What is going on, beautiful people? I am back with another recipe. I'm starving. I've just bought a new wok, so we're gonna go straight into it. A nice little stir fry to satisfy my cravings. So kick back and enjoy the content. First step with any stir fry, we need to grab whatever meat you're gonna be cooking with. I am cooking it with some chuck steak. The other meats you can use, rump, which is top sirloin, ribeye, sirloin, you know, a lot. Even gravy beef, which is the neck, cross cut, any beef. Don't be discouraged, nothing like that, because even with the tough cuts, which is inexpensive, I'll show you how we can get this delicious. So I'm gonna go back on my knife and we're just gonna give it a bit of a love tap. It's gonna flatten it out, make it one uniform shape. It's more or less the same thickness, the same size, compared to, I'll get one that I haven't done yet. You know, these peaks, this one's quite thin, this side's quite thick. That's all gonna contribute to the cooking time. I like to use manageable pieces so I can cut. We're gonna go for a nice long strip. Knife at 45. Cutting it quite thin. This is exactly what I want. A nice long, very thin piece of beef. It's got a quite wide, almost like a wide cut noodle. It's that surface area, mild reaction, baby. So once we have our meat, chuck in a bowl. What I find on those real easy short cooks, it just opens up the muscle fiber. Absorb more flavors easier, it's gonna get flat, it's gonna get delicious. And so the technique is I'm going in first and then down for the final cut. I love cooking at home, guys. It's because you can adjust and season to however you like it. But you know, stir fries rely on speed, and so we need to ensure that all of our prep is done before we actually get to the cooking part, because the last thing we want is our wok or pan to be super hot and then we're running around like a headless chicken trying to find, oh, where's the soy sauce? Oh my god, I forgot salt. Like, just minimize that, because that literally has the potential to ruin your entire dish. It's all about organization. We're gonna be making a Mongolian beef today, guys. It's a recipe that I've put up on my Instagram before. Mongolian beef. It's a spicy beef dish. You know, we got a little bit of veg in there, and you serve it on rice. It's a deliciously salty umami sauce to go with it. It's like one of those weeknight meals you can just keep having and having and having again, because it's literally that good. We actually got so much, I think I might put some aside and use that for another recipe. All good Chinese chefs will velvet their meat, which uses baking soda, water. I'm using Chinese cooking wine, and we're just mixing it in. And this literally tenderizes our meat. It makes it so mouth-wateringly delicious and juicy. A little bit of salt and white pepper. Not too much, because this is a chili heavy dish, so we don't need a lot of that at all. If you want to be unorganized, do it like I'm doing it, which is like right now. Get it out of your system before you stir fry. That's the key. I think broccoli is my favorite veg when it comes to stir fried vegetables, so I'm gonna eat the stalk as well. Pretty much you just chop off the super coarse bits, and then we're still left with this. This has so much broccoli essence. I like to go 3 cuts like that. Literally just cut them up real small, or thin actually, thin and flat. And we have delicious, nutritious broccoli. Because world's gone mad, bro. World's gone mad. I don't know why everything costs so much, apart from they're just taking the piss out of us, you feel me? They're just taking the piss. They're like, oh, how much will these peasants pay for this? And of course you already know we got to use these too. Same thing with the stalk, do it with this one too. And look how much more broccoli we have from there. Look at that. And you can see there's a theme. Everything's flat, long. That's all the broccoli done. I can guarantee I've got an extra 30 to 40% yield just from using the stalks. And that's an ultimate life-saving hack, money hack, because this is actually on special, $2.50. Sometimes they go all the way up to $4. That's insane for one of these little tree boys. But if you got kids or you got picky eaters and they want to rummage around their food and they see, oh, what's that? It doesn't look like a tree. You just say, Matt does it this way, and instantly, straight away, they'll be like, oh yeah, nom, 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 nom. This will be about the amount of ginger I'll be using today. Maybe just a bit smaller than a thumb. Chopped up nice and fine. It's about maybe a tablespoon. All my garlic measurements in any written recipe will always be double the amount. I'm adding about this much garlic into the ginger, so that's like a tablespoon and a half, 2 tablespoons. And I always got like a little bit of minced garlic for reserve. This is like the garlic I use for rice, when I steam rice. And so I just add it back. And that's just math, unlimited garlic. We're gonna saute the whites with our onion and keep the greens for at the end. Next is bok choy. We're just cutting these into segments. Something easy to stir fry. Wok is getting preheated. This is brand new today, guys. It's a carbon steel, a nice little one for the induction in-house. So I'm cooking here. Everything that I need is directly on my left, and it's in order. So I need all of these first, beef next, make the sauce with these. Next with the soft veg and a thickener if I need it. So everything sectioned out, section your beef out, section your ingredients out, just lay on a plate. We're smoking in the wok, we're gonna go in with some oil. Chilies in. We're cooking nothing less than high. A little bit more oil, we're going to chuck our ginger and garlic in now. That's going to become nice and fragrant. Add in our bok choy. So it's like every veg you add, it's gonna release its water, and when it releases its water, the cooking temp goes down. That's why we want to cook on super high heat. And I recommend, guys, if you're looking for woks or shopping around for woks, don't get a non-stick one. Those chemicals are pretty unstable and they're real toxic for us at super high temps. But essentially when the bok choy goes in, we're just waiting until it wilts just a little bit, and that's ready to go into another bowl. Alright, all our veg, put that to the side. Any extras, don't even worry about it. Go in with more oil. Coat the wok. And in with our beef. Same with the veg, spread it around. This sear is exactly what we want, guys, on both sides. Sugar. Sugar's caramelized, our beach goes back in. Soy sauce, seasonings, chili flakes, and we're finishing it off, bean sprouts. A little water to thin the sauce. Cornstarch slurry, maybe 2 to thicken it up, get that nice velvety texture. Spring onions, the green parts. Turn the heat off and we're finishing with sesame oil. Now at this point, check your sauce, water to thin it out, cornstarch slurry to thicken it. Here's a consistency check for me, guys. I like it a little bit more on the saucy side. So I diluted it with just a little bit of water. And oh man, this smells insanely delicious. Who's pulling up? I made some Mongolian beef. There's enough to go around. No fresh chilies, guys, because they are bloody $8 for one. So dried chilies and chili flakes is the closest you're gonna get. Until you keep liking it up. Just before we eat, guys, I want to take some time to enjoy the sunset with you. We got the moon out there, the evening star. What a sight. Truly can't get enough of this. And the colors, man. It doesn't even feel real. You already know if you're dishing up a delicious Asian stir fry, you gotta have the rice house, the rice dome, the rice castle. And we're just going for it. All of that rice gonna soak up all that delicious, spicy, umami, hint of sweet. Mwah. I'm gonna go a little bit of everything to start. So I've got a piece of beef, broccoli, spring onion, bok choy. No way! Oh, holy shit. There's no one overwhelming taste. It's all like a bit of everything. More like on the salty, spicy end. But that sugar, that sesame oil. Yum. Holy shit. The beef is nowhere near tough and inedible. This is chuck, guys. Oh. Velvety, smooth, delicious, salty, umami. Make this for your grams, for your granny. Don't even worry about them. Grams, granny, they don't need to pull out their falsies to eat these. This is straight heat. I would have loved to use fresh chilies, like previously on my Instagram recipe. But guys, I don't know. The world's really broken. I can't justify paying $8 for one fucking red chili. You know? When it's like $8 gets me a bag of 100 dried. But anyway, it's like I'm blowing my mind every single time I make recipes and content for you guys to enjoy. So like it up, it really does so much for me. Get my content out there, push it onto YouTube, and you know, we're at the start of taking over this platform. But join me for the ride. More interesting content to come, more recipes. If you want to see anything specific, DM me on Instagram, chuck in the comments of this video, and I'll catch you all in the next one.